Good morning and welcome on my first day of being a Munich citizen. We have a lot of stuff on the agenda today, so let's get going. So, in the city of Munich, there are those electro scooters, right? I mean, they're in basically every city in Europe except for Graz. So, today I want to test them. And there are different companies operating them. And I want to compare and see which one I like best. I've never gone with one of them before, so I want to do that. But in my area, there doesn't seem to be one around. This is not going as well as I hoped that it would. None of those scooters anyway, but a bike. Alright, let's try that, right? Why not? Costs 8 cents per minute. I'd like to rent it. Alright, it's good being on the bike, it rolls. But it's super weird that the brakes are like that high. Don't think that's normal. I almost couldn't brake. Alright, I have no idea where I go. I should have looked that up earlier. I'm still super confused by those bicycle lanes. First I went on the pedestrian walk instead of here, and now I'm on the street instead of there. I have to get used to that. I mean, the cycling paths are quite nice, must admit. Nice bike ride, and I love how the bike lane is like also distinct from the street with, you know, this stone edge, which makes it a lot nicer and definitely slower than if I, you know, would have my own bike. But it's not a bad bike. It is acceptably rideable, yes? If I wouldn't get so confused by the distinction of pedestrian walk and cycling path, then this would all be easier. But hey, I think I even prefer bikes to e-scooters, but hey, on the other hand, I haven't tried an e-scooter yet, so this is yet to come. So, been riding for 17 minutes. It cost me 56 cents. 56 cents, nice. That's cheaper than a single ticket, definitely. But I only parked here because we are here to try e-scooters, right? We have a Voi scooter right here. We're gonna try this out. Don't drink and ride. Okay, €1 to start and pay as you go. I don't know how many cents per minute this is, but we'll see. The app has 32 megabytes. Might be some interesting thing to observe. Let's see how quickly I can set up an account with that thing. It took me literally less than a minute. It was literally putting in my email address and confirming that I'll wear a helmet and not go on sidewalks and not under the influence of drugs and whatnot. And it's 15 cents per minute after the €1 to unlock it. Let's try this. And just for this I brought a GoPro. Let's do this. Let's fucking do this. That's the maximum angle that I can do with it. Oh yes. Oh yeah. How do I brake though? There are two brakes, one on the foot and one here. I have a bell. This is how I speed up, but I need to push back before starting. It will not just go. It needs a base speed before it can go. Going with those is super boring. Like, it's not even that fast. At least it doesn't feel fast, because cyclists just take over me all the time. And you know, it's just... Alright, 10 minutes, that cost me €2.50, which is the price of a single ticket. So I could go anywhere in Munich instead of riding this little bit here that I could have possibly walked. Some thoughts on this e-scooter or e-scooters in general. Number one and most important one, it's not easy to ride with them one-handedly, so indicating doesn't properly work, because the tires obviously are super small as compared to a bike where they're giant. What is it called? Drehmoment in English? Anyway, it doesn't stabilize itself properly, so you can't ride with no hands, not possible at all. And already one hand is super tough, that I realized when filming. Vlogging on that thing, not a good idea. Also, if the stone is like this, like cobblestone, it's not enjoyable to ride. It's also super slow, like I was definitely a lot faster with the bike when pushing myself. So my first impression of those e-scooters isn't particularly good. However, maybe a different company has a better experience. I don't feel super safe on those either, like going on the streets, and you're not allowed to go on pedestrian walk, so on the streets I don't feel safe with that. With a bike, kinda, at least more, because I feel like cars don't want to hit me, because then their car is like gets a scratch. But if they hit me with that, then the car is perfectly fine and I just fall. So conclusion, it's okay for like very short distances if your knees hurt or you just can't walk, or for some reason you're in a hurry and the next bus stop is super far away. Then they're fine. But for, you know, taking longer trips, no way. Taking short trips, get a bike. I definitely need to get a bike. Anyway, we came here to the Landeshauptstadt München Kreisverwaltungsreferat because we need to register. Because we're now a Munich citizen, so that needs to be official. Alright, that's done. That was easy. Just hand them 2 forms, make a signature, and I'm officially a citizen of Munich. Münchner. Next order of business would be breakfast, but first I wanna go to a bike shop. Problem with Munich is, like, on the map it doesn't look so far apart, but like it usually is far apart. Ah, alright, there are more scooters. We have 2 Lime, well, 4 Lime. I think Lime are the ones that are most littered around the city. And then we have the Tier. Looks pretty similar. It has 2 brakes instead of just 1. Otherwise, you know, they're all quite similar, I would say. One major disadvantage that I see with the Tier ones compared to the other ones, they don't say how much battery they still have. The other ones had like a LED indicator here. This one does not say shit. So let's try this one, because Lime is easier to find. 21 megabytes, so slightly less. I'm getting pretty quick in filling out my credit card details. Also, this one wanted my phone number as well. Also, they are slightly more expensive. I pay 19 cents per minute for this one, plus the €1 to activate them. Let's try this out. Ah, there we go. Bring your own helmet. Do not step. And here it says step to brake. Ah, okay. So this one doesn't have the brake here. This one has both of the brakes in front. I see. So I'm not allowed to step at the back. Okay. Max speed of 20 kilometers per hour. Okay. And we start our ride. Ah, hello. Good morning. Oh, it shows me the speed. That's cool. So this one is definitely already more fun to ride. It's definitely more powerful, and it only needs a slow push until it can start. With the other one I actually had to properly push myself away. However, if I reach the 20, it slows down again, and then it's under 20 and then it speeds up again. So there the controlling is not as fluid, but the other one is just super weak. So it's, you know, I don't know. So far I definitely prefer this one. But I really have a bad feeling when riding those, because waiting at traffic lights usually, you know, is okay. But now I know, fuck, I'm paying money to just stand here and wait for the green light. So I'm more tempted to go at red. Alright, another 250 for 2 minutes less, but it was definitely more fun to ride with that one. I have to say that. Also, I think the tires are a bit bigger because getting one hand off, not the right one, because if you go off the speed then it's, but this worked a lot better. So far this one was more enjoyable. €2.50, almost well spent. Now, can we swap to bikes again? That looks good. There's a bike for 600 and I'd get the insurance for 750 a month. Because if I buy a new bike, I do want it to be insured against theft. I don't want to buy a new bike and then have it stolen in the first week. 750 a month, that's 3 of those scooter rides. And I already did 2 of them today, so yeah, come on. And I need a proper bike. Because let's be honest, I'm gonna have to cycle a lot. This was only the first bike shop that we went to. So let's go to another one. And look what we have here. Oh, what a coincidence, it's a Lime. Told you, this is, I think those are the ones that you find the most often. And it has 26, so they're all approximately the same. This one, as the only one, I can continue with Facebook. But then I need to log into Facebook. I don't want to do that. 18 of age, yes, I agree. Let's fucking see. Oh, this is the strongest so far. A few differences. Number one, it is higher than the others. When stepping down, it's like a significant step. Wasn't that much the case with the others. However, it has the best acceleration, I think, but it's also slightly less stable than that one. More stable than the first one we tried. So it is theoretically possible that you drive with one hand, but I would not recommend it. My main issue with those though are the brakes. I'm not really happy with them. Maybe it's just this particular one, but I'm not happy with how slow the other ones were. Like the other one was better. Also, I prefer to have the brakes up here than to have to step, but that's just, you know, that's just taste. Sweet. I was riding for 20 minutes and that only cost me €3. Normal price would be €6, but there is an offer from N26, which is the bank that I use. If I use my N26 card, then I get 50% off. And that's still valid until December. That's cool. So half price is a good offer. You know, if you find one of those and then do your ride, then you can go exactly to where you want to go. I think you're faster than if you were to take bus or tram or underground, because, you know, where is the next underground station, for instance? Need to admit that Lime are my favorite, but admittedly only because of this 50% discount that I got. They are the quickest, so they have the best acceleration. If this was a comprehensive review, then I would, you know, go for more rides. There's another one over there, but this is not a comprehensive review. I do still prefer bikes, and I also do still prefer the city bike, because that's even cheaper, you're even faster. So with that one you can do like a longer distance trip. With the scooters, the only fun thing is accelerating, but then you're just going for ages. And I also think that they are less safe, at least they feel less safe, because you're standing there really frontally. Whereas on the bike, I kind of feel like at least I have a bit more control, and yeah. So I do prefer, I definitely do prefer bikes over those scooters. I mean, you could get an e-bike. With that, at least you could go like 30 kilometers per hour, or is it 25? I don't know. These are limited to 20. However, if you were to buy your own scooter, then you could also take it on the underground and stuff, and then just go from home to the underground and from the underground to your workplace. That's also a nice strategy. And I think if you use it more, then it even pays off. Because I mean, you know, €3 is not a lot, but it also adds up. If I do that every day, 2 rides a day or 4 rides a day, that's expensive. And although they're littered around everywhere in the city, they are not literally everywhere in the city. So, you know, in front of my door, there was none. I think they're a nice addition to other modes of transportation, and also not meant to be a main form of transportation. Bikes are, however. So let's have a look. Nice, they have a lot of bikes. That's what I'm talking about. Ui, das ist viel zu klein. I'm deciding between this one and one for 900 euros. That is even a bit nicer, but man, this fucker. Ah, it rides so freaking well. So much better than those. You can just... It's not even a lot of effort, and you can easily accelerate. That's the cool thing, like, fuck yeah. Ah, should I spend 900 euros on a bike? This one would be 550, and I also quite like it. It's not that big of a difference. It is a difference, but it's not a huge difference. We don't need to overdo it, come on. Well, in comparison to the e-scooters, this was expensive. But hey, I have my own bike now. I only need to pay that once. And then hope that it doesn't get stolen. I did not do an insurance because it doesn't make sense to do a bike insurance that I pay 7 euros for if a household insurance that you pay 50 a year for covers bikes up to 1,000 euros. So I need to do one of those. There it hangs. Still a lot of money. Still the most money I spent on bikes ever. But it's a new one. And I need a good bike here in Munich. I need to cycle everything. Everything. Alright, I have a new bike with a lifetime warranty on this part. The part that doesn't break ever. Right, but now we have a bike to ride, which is a lot nicer than scooters. However, the next challenge is to find home because my phone is out of battery, and I accept the challenge to find home without using Google Maps. Although, speaking of nice bike and nice weather, there we go. And yes, we're gonna go swimming now. I have the one thing that was most important, to get a bike such that I'm mobile and can go everywhere. This thing, at least I can also ride with no hands, that's sweet. If you've never even cycled home once, it's super hard to know. We have train tracks. I'm trying to find the Ostbahnhof. It's probably that way. I had to ask a pedestrian where the Ostbahnhof is, and then he said that way. I think I did a detour, but I think that... Oh, I love this. This street here should be familiar, because I think this is where we started. Yep, that's where we started. That's where we got a rental bike in the morning. Yeah, 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 I made it. I did not use Google Maps, and I made it home. Look, the balloon. And welcome to your new home, dear bicycle. This took a bit longer than it could have if I had Google Maps, but adventures. I just love adventures. And it just proves that even though I did not know where to go, I can just find my way nevertheless. Where's the bicycle storage? Here. Way. Welcome home. Oh, fuck! That front wheel is further than I thought. Because it's a big one, like bigger tires than I'm used to. I love it. Now, quickly, make some food, charge my phone, and go to ultimate training of the Wegwerfgesellschaft. There, ain't nobody got time for a more complicated dish today. Alright, let's go. We're on the road again. We can't be far. Fuck, I was too enthusiastic. I went too far. You please wait for me here, okay? I'll be back. I'll just be over there doing some frisbee. Alright, it's nice to do ultimate training once again. Of course it's not as fun as with the Augeernes, but it's good. My new bike is so cool! So cool! Going home with a top speed. Oh. Love it! This bike is also great. I didn't have to buy the extra expensive one. It's fine, I think it was a good decision. I'm happy. I really don't like the looks of my net banking right now. I mean, this was yesterday. So before today I still had 1,400 something euros. Then I went to get some scooters. Yes. I went shopping for a bit. And then I bought a bike. And then I paid rent. And here we are today. So I should probably do a conclusion before it's too late and my roommates will complain that I'm talking. So what is my conclusion for these e-scooters? Well, for like short distances, they can be really nice. If no other public transport goes there, take a scooter, go there. It's quick, it's easy, it's acceptably cheap. I can see myself doing that at parts. But also, I now have my own bike that I can take anywhere, so why would I? Just in case I'm somewhere without the bike, then yeah. As for differences between the three companies that are here in Munich. Side note from the next day, there are definitely more companies than those three. I just found 2 more today. However, I can't imagine them being a lot different, so... They're all minor differences. They have slightly different pricing. They all go with 20 miles per hour maximum. One felt a little bit less powerful than the others. I mean, maybe if you go uphill it would make a difference. If I would have done the proper review, I should have tested them uphill, but who am I? Professional video blogger? No, the frame just changed. Yes. So for short trips, just take the scooter that is right next to you, and if all 3 of them are right next to you, then find your personal preference. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. So, you go make your backup and get yourself an e-scooter. Or buy a bike.